When I think about Africa before colonization, I picture a continent alive with kingdoms, empires, and vibrant trade routes. Africa was not a blank canvas. It was filled with powerful civilizations, each with its own stories, languages, and dreams. But by the late 1800s, everything changed. Industrial Europe was hungry for rubber, gold, ivory, and land. The race for resources was on, and Africa became the ultimate prize. Then came the Berlin Conference of 1884. 14 European nations and the United States met in Berlin, hosted by Germany's Chancellor Otto von Bismarck. Not a single African leader, king, or elder was invited. Imagine that, your fate decided in a foreign room without your voice. The goal? To divide Africa like slices of cake and avoid fighting amongst themselves. Borders were drawn with zero regard for people, cultures, or history, lines that still shape Africa to this day. Britain grabbed East and Southern Africa. France took the West. King Leopold of Belgium claimed the Congo as his personal playground, unleashing horrors that killed up to 10 million Congolese. This was a forgotten genocide where missing a rubber quota could mean losing a hand or your life. Africans didn't just accept this. Kingdoms sent envoys, wrote letters, and pleaded for peace. Their words fell on deaf ears. By 1900, over 90% of Africa was under European control. Civilizations were shattered, languages banned, cultures demonized. But here's the truth, resistance burned bright. Ethiopia's Menelik II stunned Europe at ADWA, defeating an Italian army. Samurai Toure led guerrilla wars in West Africa for 16 years. Queen Ya Asantewa, Shaka Zulu, Mambo Nehanda, the names go on. Some fought with swords, others with secret schools, poetry, and prayers, keeping their heritage alive against all odds. Resistance took many forms across Africa. In Algeria, Abd al-Qadir led a decades-long struggle against French forces. The Herero and Nama in present-day Namibia fought German colonizers, enduring brutal reprisals. In Zimbabwe, Mbuya Nehanda inspired her people to rise up. Beyond the battlefield, Africans resisted through music, storytelling, and secret societies, keeping their cultures alive under colonial rule. Pan-African movements also emerged, uniting people across borders. Leaders like Marcus Garvey and Kwame Nkrumah called for solidarity and independence. Despite immense odds, the spirit of resistance shaped Africa's future and inspired generations to come. European colonizers played dirty too. They pitted tribes against each other, handed out power to a select few, and forced new languages and religions on entire peoples. In Rwanda, they created ethnic ID cards, planting the seeds of future tragedies. The real motive? Economic theft. Gold, diamonds, rubber, oil, all shipped to Europe. Africans worked brutal jobs, paid harsh taxes, but saw little reward. Railways and ports weren't built for locals. They were built to extract, to export, to enrich Europe. Even after independence, unfair trade and crushing debt kept the cycle spinning. The legacy lingers. Colonial borders still divide families and fuel conflicts. European languages dominate, while African heroes are sidelined. The continent's wealth still flows outward, not inward. But there's a new story rising. African scholars, artists, and youth are reclaiming their history and their voice. Online, in films, in classrooms, the real story of Africa is spreading. Stories of resilience, innovation, and hope. So if you learned something new today, hit like, share, and subscribe. Help spread the untold story of Africa and join the movement to reclaim African history. It's time the world listened.